Greetings, family. This is your beloved brother in Christ, J. Israel Sr. Let me first of all thank all those who have been reaching out just to give me their assurance that they're standing with me in prayer. I appreciate you so much for all the messages, the calls. The love that you have shown me is beyond my expectation. The love that you have showed me is beyond something that I would have ever imagined at any point, because of how much unworthy as a person I felt. There is one particular bishop, Bishop Henry. I'm sorry to mention his name, but what he said to me touched me. He said to me, "Brother, you are like a son to me. God has heard you. He has heard your prayers." And I've never heard of this bishop before. He said, "God has heard your prayers. You have a gift within you. Now it is time to use that gift." I believe God touched that man to send me that message. I felt it within me. And today, as I was driving, I came across a young man who asked me a question. And this young man said to me, "Man of God, how are you? You look like somebody I know." I said, "Okay, from where?" Then he says, "You are J. Israel." Then I said, "Yes, I am." And he said to me, "Exactly. I have a question that many people are not able to answer. Can I ask you this question?" I said, "Go ahead." And this young man said to me, "Man of God, where is God?" That question took me on a train of thoughts, took me back into my school of thoughts, trying to peruse within the libraries of knowledge and information, trying to understand what exactly could trigger somebody to ask a question of this nature. And then the Lord took me to Genesis 1 verse 1. I want you to listen to this. It's going to change your life. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, meaning to say the heaven is not one. Already, God is not in heaven. So to all those who are praying to go and meet God in heaven, you must already know that your prayers are misguided. Your prayers are misinformed. Those are miscalculated prayers because they are not accurate in terms of their address. So, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. There are three factors that I'm going to use to answer the question, where is God? Because we cannot ask where without asking why, for why does not make sense without where, and where will never make sense without why. So as soon as we say, where is God? Then we must know why. And when we know why, we must know when. And when we know when, we must now know how. So all those questions are questions that can only be summed up into one thing. In the beginning, time. God created mass. His creation was mass. Something that you can see, something that you can touch. The heavens and the earth, space. So there is time, matter or mass, time, matter, and space. So God cannot be on time or before time because he operates from outside time. So he is not limited by time. He is not limited by matter. He is not limited by mass or his own creation, but he is limited. The word limited actually does not exist in the vocabulary of God because he is beyond the word limited. So God operates beyond time, beyond matter, and beyond space. So where is God? We need to know when. And we cannot know when without knowing where, and without knowing why and how. And what was the influence, and what was the main reason behind everything? So when you want to look at this question, it brings us back to only one statement. God is invisible. You cannot see him, you cannot touch him. But you can hear him if you are spiritual enough. You can feel his presence, but you cannot touch him. This is where it brings us back to one important statement. God is love, because it's only love that you cannot touch and you cannot see, but you can feel it. That is why you don't know how to explain it. Many philosophers, many poets failed to describe love in so many ways and so many poems. But today I'm here to tell you, God is love.